Today we're starting out lying down so that we can really feel gravity pulling us down and just kind of let it happen. Sometimes it's nice to just let gravity kind of pull you down, isn't it? So close your eyes. Find big inhales and big exhales. They're so simple, so slow. That's all we're asking of this brain and this body right now. As much as you can, breathe through your nose. And maybe try smiling for a few moments as you breathe. Notice how it tends to spread open your nostrils nicely. It just helps with the breathing, actually. Maybe put one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. Feeling how the hands rise and fall. At about the same rate. Allow the sound of your breath to be like a wave in your mind. A wave that flows in and out, just like a natural rhythm, just a product of nature. Feel how on the inhale, the chest and the belly button rise toward the sky. And on the exhale, they both sink back down to the earth. Take a few breaths, breathing deeply, full inhale. Maybe a little bit fuller for these next few moments. And full exhale, maybe a little bit fuller of an exhale, actually using your strong belly muscles to wrap that belly button in. Okay, and I want to invite you to start playing with that strong exhale and that huge inhale. Notice how you feel after just a few rounds. This time when you inhale, take in as much as you possibly can and then hover at the top, sipping in a little more. Then hold. And then exhale completely. All out, all out. Go, 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 go. Hold. And then inhale, bring the air back in. And maybe try that a few more times, a few more rounds of that super inflated inhale and that super strong compressive exhale. Okay, kind of a fun breath experiment, and it feels good. It actually does create a little extra space in your chest while you're holding that breath. All right, friends, start to let your breath kind of come back to a more normal pace, but we're going to keep it long and slow. And we'll start to get moving. So reach your hands out long, legs out long, stretch into your longest possible shape. And just take a little time to do just that, reaching out maybe a little bit more through your right hand and foot, opening up your right side, almost kind of contracting your left. Take a few breaths here. Notice how that feels. Let's bring it through to the other side. Reach out a little longer through the left hand and foot. All right, bringing it back to center. Take a huge breath in here. And as you exhale, bring your knees in, bring your hands toward your shins. Forehead magnetically draws toward the knees and vice versa. Just as close as feels right. Okay, don't push. Inhale, get long. Think of gluing your belly button down to the floor. Exhale, pull it in, knees to forehead. Keep the low back grounded. Inhale, get long. Exhale, tiny ball. Okay, can you keep going just like this? Keep the low back grounded as you inhale and lengthen. Exhale, tiny ball. You want to feel your core waking up big time. Maybe you don't lengthen all the way. to keep the belly button in. Maybe you keep your knees bent. You just go partially. 3 more. Long and strong. 2 more. 1 more. And hold right here. Just hold and breathe with me. You can take a break if you need to, but if you're feeling fine, can we bring the forehead a little closer? Pull with your strong arms. 1 more big breath in. And let it go. All right, shake it out a little bit. Maybe some nice windshield wipers. All right. Definitely more awoken in the core there. Let's see if we can get a little warmer. So as you're ready, hands tucked behind knees. We're going to rock it up and down a few times. Get that nice little back massage from the mat. All right, next time you come up, let's see if you can balance. Come on up. If it doesn't work, just try it again. And we'll balance in a little boat, okay? So remember, you can always drop your toes or your fingers for your boat pose. If you can, I want to encourage you to grab behind your knees, maybe keep your toes down. But make your spine long no matter what. And that's the real challenge here in boat pose. One of the real challenges, keeping the spine long. Maybe lift your toes today. Maybe reach your hands forward today. Maybe today or another day, reach your toes up. Keep breathing no matter what. Okay, wherever you are, find the spine a little longer. Pull the belly button in a little more. Tuck the tailbone and breathe. 1 more big breath in here, my friends. And exhale, drop your feet. Okay, we're gonna point the knees out to the side. Come onto hands and knees. Just some nice little cat-cows, just to relax all the core after all that work. So inhaling, arched heart forward, lifted belly button up and in. And exhale, push the floor. Let's take a few more rounds. Inhale, cow pose, heart forward, pulling that heart just like a cobra. And exhale, cat. Okay, find a little bit of kind of side rounding movement. Get some lateral movement in your spine. Then I'll meet you back at a flat back. Tuck your toes here, up and back to a down dog. Let's make it nice and gentle in the knees, just kind of walking them out. Bent knees. Nice to shake the head here and roll the shoulders a little bit. And let the head truly hang, okay? Maybe for the first time today that the head has really gotten to hang like this. And then as you're ready, go ahead and walk to your hands. See if you can keep your whole foot on the ground, even if you have to bend your knees. And we'll fold. With your inhale, press into your heels, roll yourself up. Think of lifting big heart here as the hips press forward. All right, exhale, bring it down. Palms are down. Inhaling, walk it back through a plank. Exhaling, knees down, elbows in. Heart drops between the thumbs. Look forward so your spine feels arched up top. Belly button pulls in. Okay, chaturanga. Inhale for your plank. You can use your knees or not. And with your exhale, down dog. Walk it out. Okay, we'll just do a couple little vinyasas just to get yourself warm. So if you feel like you want to take it more easy and just maybe rest in child's pose for a vinyasa, okay? Because I do put them between a lot of different things. So vinyasa is always totally yogi's choice. You can always drop down into a child's or hands and knees or just skip parts of it. All right, but you already knew that, right? Here we go. Let's just do another one. Inhale, heart forward. And exhale, walk to your hands and fold. Inhale, roll it up. Heels press down just as much as your front of your foot. Heart lifts, hips press forward. And exhale, fold. Palms are down. Inhale, back to your plank. Knees down is a more gentle option. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Look forward, elbows in, belly button up. You might hover for extra challenge. Inhale for your plank. And exhale, down dog. Hang out here, take a few more breaths. Walk it out. One more. Inhale here, find your plank. Exhale, walk to your hands and fold. Inhale, roll it up. Lift heart, hips forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale here, plank. Exhale, chaturanga, knees, chest, chin. Inhale for plank. Exhale, down dog. All right, let's bring it down to hands and knees here. And we'll get the right leg up and out behind. Bend that knee and point the right toe up at the ceiling. Let's make sure we have the belly button lifted up and in because we know the core is engaged that way, okay? We're engaging that transversus abdominis that wraps around the middle. And a right hip tuck, please. So really internally rotate that right hip and point the knee directly behind you. So getting that leg parallel with the floor, that femur parallel with the floor. And we're gonna put a little pulse in that toe up toward the ceiling, okay? It's not a huge movement. It feels kind of underwhelming at first, but lengthen the spine. So it's tempting to kind of round the upper spine here. Lengthen that upper spine. Wrap the belly button in and keep it going. So we're gonna get kind of stretchy today. To get stretchy, we have to get warm. Really no way around it, okay? Okay, lift and hold. Hold, hold, hold. Lift and hold. Can you keep that exact placement and engagement of the left thigh, internally rotating, and extend the left leg. Shoot out through the toe like a lightning bolt. And then let's reach forward with the left hand. We're reaching away from the right foot. Breathe. Push the floor down. Breathe. Lift the belly button up. Lift the heart forward. All right. One more big breath in here. And exhale. Drop that left hand. Drop that right foot. Let's push back through the heel. Okay, feels nice. Get a little stretch there. Okay. And let's circle out the right hip. So circles with the knee, keeping the hips level at first, please. All right, it's kind of challenging to kind of note how limited you are when the hips are level. Rewind that, please. You might get some good pops. Okay, now open the hip up. And rewind it. Okay, let's send the right knee forward. Drop the right foot outside the right hand. Okay, settling into a nice little lunge. We're gonna come up in it. So sustainable low lunge for you. You can use that right leg to press up. Here we are. You always have the option to put your hands on that right knee or right thigh. Sometimes it's nice to have a little upper body support. So that's one option. And if you want to take it down, you can always take it down. But we're gonna maybe take our arms up today, okay? Okay, beginning to activate the legs a little bit. Doesn't have to be 100% active. Maybe it could be just a little bit of activity, but we're gonna draw those knees toward each other. Okay, so find that mula bandha, that activity, that moving in toward the midline. Like the two sides of your body are trying to snap together. Okay, that's a really helpful visualization for me. Maybe it is for you. Knees are drawing together, belly button is moving in. Keep breathing, okay? With all that activity, could you inhale and back off a little bit? Move your hips back. And exhale, pull the hips forward with that right heel moving back. So the right leg is in charge. Inhale, we let the hips come up and back. And exhale, right heel tries to pull back, the hips come lower. One more time. Inhale, back off. Exhale, right heel pulls back. Okay, hold here and breathe. Make sure everything still feels good. You don't need to modify or back off. Maybe make cactus arms and use your big shoulder blades to lift your heart up to the ceiling. But we need that belly button moving in, so don't forget about that. And just breathe. We'll take maybe 3 more long, slow breaths here. Now you can back this up and just rest on your right knee, or you can just enjoy it. You can have a nice little open chest experience here. One breath. And let it go. Drop your hands under your shoulders. Rock the hips back and forth. Okay, definitely built some warmth in the hips there. Shoulders, legs. Okay, if this rocking back and forth is feeling enough, then hang out just doing this. If you want a little more, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and rock back and forth like that. You get a little more opening in the front leg. That right foot should be nice and flexed. And then next time you pull back through that right leg, okay, you pull the right hip back, hang right there. Now you might have the left knee up or you might have the left knee down. It's really the same place. The left knee will just be a little more gentle on the floor. It'll be more spacious in the back of the right leg for you. Okay, let's breathe here. Digging that right heel into the floor and pulling back through the right hip. Okay, if you're feeling pretty good, you can reach up with the right hand. Nice breath. One more big breath in here. And let it go. We're going to drop the back knee if it was up. Right hand is coming down. Come on back to hands and knees here. Let's take the hands and knees kind of wide away from each other and kind of circle it out. Okay, I always know that I did some good work when I hear a lot of crackles and pops. Let's do the other side, shall we? So hands and knees back to normal so that they're under your shoulders and hips. And then we'll get the left leg out behind. Bend that knee and think about getting the thigh parallel with the floor. And then also wrapping that hip and belly button up and in. So strong internal rotation. Kind of like if you can imagine a line of energy that went through your body from your belly button to your left knee. What would that feel like? Got it? Okay, we'll start to pulse the toe up and down. It's such an underwhelming movement, but keep going. Okay, while you're doing that, wrap the belly button in extra, send the sternum forward. Really turning on your glute and hamstring here. Okay, now lift and hold and breathe. Whew. Extend the leg. Keep all the activity you just cultivated. Don't lose any of it. Okay, extra weight in the left hand. Reach forward with the right. Hold and reach and breathe and push the floor. Okay, wrap that belly in. Remember that activity. One more big breath in here. Reach a little bit longer. And exhale. Right hand down. Left toes tuck to the floor. Press back through the left heel. A little stretchy moment for the calf. And then bring it down. Let's bend the left knee and open up the hip even more by circling it out. I always have to remind myself to go slowly here. I can get kind of hyperactive. Maybe you find yourself being kind of fast too. All right, go ahead and rewind that. I try to think of not using momentum at all, but 100% control. Okay, now open up the hip as you circle it out. And rewind. Okay, we're sending the left foot forward by the left hand. And we're settling into a low lunge that is sustainable for us to come up into. So come on up. And if the low lunge, if you ever have pain here in your hip flexors, try just putting the back knee just directly under your hip. Sometimes that helps, just a perfect right angle. More into the hips would be bringing the hips closer to the ground, moving the knee back. So find something that works for you, okay? Hands up maybe, hands on your left thigh maybe. No problem. Okay, starting to engage these strong legs. We're engaging the left hamstring by trying to drag the left heel back. We're engaging the right quadricep and hip flexor by trying to draw the right knee forward. Right knee forward. I got that right. So everything pulling into center, belly button is lifting up and in, pelvic floor is engaged, and we are ready to breathe here. So inhaling, back off a little bit. Let the back leg pull you back. And exhale, let the front leg pull you back in. Just go as low as feels right. Okay, nice and strong. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Keep that belly button in. One more, big breath in. And big exhale, pull it in and hold right here. Now remember to be gentle, only what works here, but maybe we like this lunge, we want to settle in with cactus arms. Think of using your shoulder blades to lift your rib cage up to the ceiling. Pull that belly button in at the same time, please, and think about pressing your hips forward, kind of revolving them up and forward. Breathe. Keep that activity between the legs. One more big breath here. And let it go. Drop your hands down in front. Okay, and let's start to move the hips forward and back. And so remember here, you have the option of keeping the right knee down as you move this left leg like this, as you flex and extend the left leg. Or you can tuck the right toes and lift the right knee, and you'll get a little more in the back of that left leg, especially the hamstring. But no matter what you've chosen, try to keep your longest spine, even though it's challenging, and try to keep your most flexed left foot ever. All right. And then next time you pull back on that left hip, hold. And then remember to actually pull back on the left hip. And then if you could, send the right hip forward a little bit. Long spine. Back knee can come down. Breathe. Maybe, if everything's going great, you reach up with that left hand. Look up. Long spine. One more big breath. And come down. Back knee comes down. Top hand comes down. Hands and knees. Let's take a few more of those wide hand, wide knee circles. So hopefully you find this practice easy to modify for your energy level. I try to offer you as many options as you can, but sometimes we all want a different energy level. And so that's kind of a fun challenge for me. So thank you for that. Ready for a down dog? Tuck your toes. Come on back. Just try it out. Kind of like you're trying something on for size with no expectations. So moving into this down dog, after we've loosened up the backs of the legs, how do we feel about this? Do the heels come more readily to the floor, maybe? Maybe we just feel less resistance in the backs of the legs. Who knows? Let's keep moving. Okay, inhale here, heart moves forward. Little vinyasa, friends. Exhale, walk to your hands and fold. Inhale, roll yourself up. Heart lifts. Think of the shoulder blades lifting the heart as the belly button pulls back. Exhale, fold. Halfway up on your inhale with your longest spine. Press into your toes. And with your exhale, very big fold. palms are down here. Inhale, back through plank. Exhale here, chaturanga, knees, chest, chin. Maybe hover, maybe touch down. Inhale for your cobra, or maybe you take an up dog, pressing the tops of your feet down, strongest legs ever, as your arms actively pull your heart forward. Okay, either way, exhale, find your down dog, and walk it out. Let's take 5 or 6 long, slow breaths here, okay? Really finding your first super intentional down dog of the practice. Go through all of your checklist of down dog alignment. Notice how the hands grip the mat, elbows move inward, shoulders slide away from ears. Belly feels long and spacious. Kneecaps move up, heels move down and out of sight. Okay, that's my checklist. And also, hands pull forward as feet pull back. All right, are you ready? Inhaling here, right leg up and out behind. Exhaling here, drop the right foot between your hands. Inhaling here, crescent lunge, reaching up. Exhaling here, hands drop around that front foot, step the back foot forward and fold. Inhale, roll it up. Lift your heart first, press the hips forward, and then exhale, fold. Palms are down. Inhale for plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Pull the heart forward either way with your strong legs. And exhale, down dog. Find your down dog. One more breath here. And then let's go. Inhale here, left leg up and out behind. Exhale here, left foot drops between your hands. Boom. Inhale, crescent lunge. Sweep the hands up. Strong legs pull together. Exhale, hands down. Back foot steps forward. Fold. Inhale, lift. Little back extension here. Heart lifts, hips forward. Exhale, fold. Okay, palms are down. Inhale for plank. Exhale, last vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. All right, walk it out. Last down dog. We're going to bring it down to the mat from here on out. And here we go. Knees come down, come all the way down to your belly. So we'll do some cobras here just to warm up back body. And you can start just by resting your forehead on the ground. And just becoming aware of the front surface of your body in contact with the floor. How does that feel? This is a nice point in the practice where it's good to kind of notice what's going on, what kind of changes have happened in your body over the past half hour. What's your energy level like now compared to the beginning of the practice? What kind of body heat situation is going on? What kind of breath, depth, and rate is going on? And let's get into some cobras. So you can make these cobras really gentle and just beautiful and slow, or you can make them really robust and strong. So I want you to make it work for you. Grip the mat under your shoulders, elbows in. Pull the heart up and forward as you inhale, and exhale to let it go. And keep going. Take a few more. Maybe close your eyes. It's nice to start really small and gentle with these. Even if you like to open up your chest and extend your back, it's still nice to start gently. Think of that pulling forward movement every time. You may even experiment with fingers coming out to the side, okay? Coming up on your fingertips, but still please use that pulling forward movement, pulling down and back. You can even get a little snaky, maybe 3 more cobras, however your favorite flavor is. Last one. And then come on down. Okay, looking out to your right, we'll make a right angle with that right elbow, and we'll get into our favorite shoulder stretch. So looking at the right elbow, we know that it's tracking perfectly out from the shoulder, and we've got our angle set up. Now we can look to the left and roll onto the right side. Okay, adjust your right elbow angle at this point to make your right armpit feel perfectly happy, and then commit by tucking your right knee up and in. And it's time for me to spin around. Okay, get yourself to where you're absolutely comfortable here, and I'd like to spend a few breaths in this nice chest opener. We got your chest a little bit warm, so this should feel nice. If you're right-handed, this might be intense. Just adjust it till everything feels great. And then we can talk about this left leg. You can stack it on the right just to make things more gentle, just less to deal with in general. But if you like, you can extend. You can think of this long line from your right shoulder stretching through your chest over to your left hip. And you can extend out through that left toe and just drop it on the floor. It feels nice, kind of a cross body stretch. And sometimes even play around with moving that left foot back. But do keep your belly button in. Maybe the left arm reaches up. Maybe it drops across your back. Try to close your eyes and just melt here. Find a big breath that can move through that chest space, that right side chest space. Find your center of gravity here. Maybe allow that right shoulder and armpit to open up a little. Okay. Take your time rolling out of this. Straighten legs, back on belly. Switch sides. So we want the left elbow at a right. You can start with a right angle or whatever works for you, but it's some kind of angle like that. And then we can look to the right, roll on to the left side. Okay, adjust. And then you can commit by tucking that left knee in. Time for me to spin around again. Okay, so now you can notice which side was the most open and which side is more tense. You know by now. Notice how interesting that is. Just take note for later. And then we can just build on this posture or just leave it really calm and gentle with stacked knees and right hand on the floor. That would be our most gentle manifestation here. If the opening in your left shoulder is too much, you can decrease the bend in your elbow and walk the arm back in towards you. If you want more, you can walk the arm out away from you and increase the angle in your elbow. Okay, maybe the right leg is long. Think of a stretch from the left chest to the right hip. And the right arm reaches up and drops out of sight behind your back. Close your eyes. Remember to breathe deeply into all the places you feel the most. Everywhere you feel the most. Send your breath there. For example, that left chest, maybe shoulder. All right. Take your time unwinding yourself from this. Lovely shoulder and chest release. And then bring it back to center. You guys want to do just a little back bend. Nothing crazy. Back bends are kind of nice after a day of leaning forward over things. So I want to invite you to make this little back bend as gentle or as big as you like, but please listen to your body. Okay. All right, so we'll start forehead down, and your hands can just reach back for your feet. We're going to try to keep our knees moving toward each other, okay? Think that mula bandha that I'm always talking about, that inward engagement. So they'll separate a little bit, but just move them toward each other. Make sense? And then bend the knees, point your toes to the back of your head. Maybe today we just start by grabbing right hand to the back of the right foot and just pulling that right heel towards your glute. And if that's a little too much, you can, of course, maybe just reach today, okay, or grab, but somewhere along that spectrum. And then let the right leg go. Let's switch sides. Left hand moves toward the left foot, maybe grabs it today, maybe not, maybe moves it toward the glute today. And then if it makes sense for you, both feet, remember that inward engagement of the knees, and feet move toward the glutes. And now let's kind of play a little bit. If you have your hands on your feet, awesome. You can just find a nice grip that makes sense for you. However, if you notice your knees moving away from each other, just please put that inward engagement for me, okay? If you're not quite grabbing your knees today, I'm still going to have you follow along with us by simply lifting your heart, kind of cobra style. So inhaling, thinking the heart up and back, or up and forward, and exhaling down and forward. Okay, so whether you have your hands on your feet or not, same movement with your chest. So inhaling here, everyone, heart up and forward, think cobra. Okay, you can pull your feet back if you've got your hands on your feet, and exhale, let it down. So play with this, okay, inhale, feet can help pull heart up and forward, and exhale, pull it down. Maybe close your eyes, your nose. Feel this nice massage for your organs. Maybe 3 more, feels good. Try to keep a long neck. Notice if your neck tends to disappear into your shoulders. Do the opposite, make a giraffe neck. Okay, we're coming up and we're going to hold. So hold as long as it's comfortable for you. Hang out with me here. Knees in together, breathe, heart moves forward. Now, if you like here, if you feel fantastic, you can lift your knees and really start to rock with your breath. So inhale and exhale will cause you to rock. Try it a few times. Maybe 3 more. And relax. Let it go. Take a moment just to take some deep breaths here. Soaking up that back bend. All that sensation. All right, as you're ready, press it on up. 2 hands and knees. And I'll have us come to a seat. And find a comfortable seat for you. Oh, there's a bee on me. I'm just going to pretend like it's not there. Okay, find a comfortable seat for you. And we'll start to twist. Inhaling here, all your hands up. And with your exhale, turn to the left, tap the floor in front with your fingers and back with your fingers. Inhale, bring it up. Other side, big exhale to the right. Tap the floor, front and back. Okay, keep breathing, just like this. Keep moving. Okay, kind of using your inner strength to twist right now. Just kind of seeing what your body is capable of without any outside help. Your intrinsic twist, we can call it. Okay, next intrinsic twist. You're looking out to the left, pause. Tap the floor front and back with your fingertips, and then use the fingers, push down, lengthen your spine on purpose. So we're sitting heavily into both sitting bones, and we have our longest spine ever, so we're ready for twisting. The priority is to keep the spine extremely long so that this twist is very effective. So keep that in mind. With your inhale, long spine, please. Top of the head shoots up. And with your exhale, from your belly button all the way up, twist to look behind. Stay here. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, belly button and up. Twist. You can use your fingers now, okay? Use your fingers to propel yourself. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, big twist. And we're going to hold here and breathe. Okay, breathe with me here. Continue to inhale, long spine, exhale, twist. Perhaps a little more twist propulsion could be achieved, okay, if that's something that you're looking for, with the right hand on the left knee. So continue to inhale, long spine, and exhale, twist. On your exhales, think of driving the belly button to the spine. The inhales inflate the rib cage in front. One more breath. All right, bring it around through center. Can we just switch the crossing of the legs? So whatever, if you had crossed legs, switch them. And we're twisting to the right now. So same idea, start with fingertips, long spine inhales, belly button and up, twist, exhale. Use your fingers to propel yourself. And keep breathing, okay, you get it. Maybe the left hand on the right knee. That might be too much. Okay, just listen to your body. Okay, big chest on the right side. Long neck on both sides. Maybe one more breath. And as you're ready, let's roll it back through to center. Okay, taking our soles of our feet together. Little butterfly shape. Please remember that the closer you take your feet to you, the more strain on your knees. So if your knees are sensitive, take the feet out away from you to be safe. Okay. Find that spot for you. Start to press the feet together. Okay, arms up to distract yourself. Breathe. Find a long spine. Maybe close your eyes. Maybe rock your weight back so your pelvis is perfectly balanced on the ground. Press the feet a little more. 3 more breaths. Two more. And last one. Okay, go ahead and relax a little bit out of that. And take your left foot just in front of your right foot. So 2 feet are in a line, okay? Hands might grab ankles. We want to sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes here. Find that long spine. And then maybe your heart just starts to move forward towards your left big toes, your front big toes. Pause when you feel your spine start to round and take a deep breath in. Long spine. Exhale, send the heart a little bit further forward. Okay, so keep breathing this way. You get it. Keep your long spine, your long neck. Maybe your elbows start to move towards your knees. Who knows? A few more breaths here. Take your time peeling yourself back up out of this. Okay, and we'll just change this left leg for now. We'll just take the left leg, pick it up. You can just grab it by the ankle. Pull the left foot toward the right knee and stack the left ankle on the right knee. And then we're going to take the right ankle and move it forward so that it's under your left knee. So kind of behooves you to be a little bit picky here with your angles when you look at your leg. So just lean back while you're getting kind of settled in. The left ankle, right knee, left knee, right ankle, perfectly lined up. In fact, when you look at that bottom leg from above, you should see hardly any of it. And nice flexes in the ankles. Makes sense? Okay, I want us to be comfortable here because we'll spend about, at least a minute here. So get comfy. You can always lean back for less. You can always sit up straight and begin to lean forward for more. But I really want to encourage you to take it slow. You have time. We tend to carry a lot of tension in the hips. So we want to give them some time instead of being forceful. So I want to invite you to close your eyes. With your longest spine, continue to breathe heavy in your hips. Tune into your body sensations. Where do you feel this? If everything is going great here and you feel fantastic, you want to open it up a little bit more, try this. Keep your long spine and think about pressing your knees toward each other. So that same feeling we talk about all the time, pressing inward of the two sides of the body. Breathe. Another way I like to think of it is, and this might help you, pressing the legs together, kind of like two halves of a sandwich, like you're trying to fuse them into one. Maybe the heart moves forward. I like to put my hands out in front and actively press the hips back. Okay, you might get a nice little low back release there. Maybe 3 more breaths. As you are ready, peel yourself up. Okay, since we're here, we might as well keep going and take it to a full cow face. So we're going to just move that left foot a little bit further over to the right one more time until the knees are close together. So remember that little trick that I shared with you guys before? You can actually lift your hips up, kind of lean forward, and put your knees together first, and then sit down in between your feet. Sometimes that works really well. And then make sure that your feet come in closer if you need less, and your feet move further away if you need more. And you're here. We're just going to breathe. Okay? You can have your fingertips down beside you, eyes closed, long spine. Make sure you ground extra into the left hip. Notice how it's light here. Okay, you might begin to play with that feeling of trying to press the knees together. Remember that feeling? Okay, maybe fingers walk in front, and you can actively press your hips back a little bit. So really getting down into your hips, okay? If there was anything in your hips that was left untouched by our practice, it's probably talking now. Who knows? We're all different in our hips. Start to peel yourself up out of here, and then probably the best way for us to get out of this, since our legs are kind of noodly, is just to lean back on the hands. Slither your feet into some windshield wipers. Nice and slow. And now we'll do all of that on the other side. So switch sides. Here we go. So find that butterfly shape that you found before, and we'll press the feet together. Again, arms up. Okay, I like to have something to distract myself, but you could just as well put your hands down beside you. Okay, arms up, feet right where you want them, and squeeze the feet together. Find the soft, slow breath. Maybe close your eyes and smile. Maybe 3 more breaths. All right, release that effort, and we'll take the right foot in front of the left. Hands can grab ankles, okay? If that's not comfortable, just fingers beside you is always a good bet. Now remember your long spine, please. Eyes closed, hips grounded, long spine, inhale. Heart moves forward, exhale. Think about unrolling your heart forward like a fern unfurls. Again, long spine, inhale. Heart forward, exhale. Remember your long neck, perhaps elbows to knees, perhaps not. Use a little bit of activity here to resist the floor slightly with your legs, but do let gravity do most of the work. All right, peel yourself up out of this. Headed to a stacked logs or double pigeon posture. We can take right foot, ankle to left knee. Looking down at that left heel, we can just scooch it forward a little bit so it's under that right knee. So be a little bit picky here. You can lean back, line up knees and ankles, flexed feet, stacked lower legs. And then here we are. All we have to do is breathe here and find a long spine. Eyes closed, perhaps. Giving the sense of sight a break, giving it a rest, letting the other senses drive for a little while. Okay, if you really want to wake this up, you can start to try to press the 2 legs together. Leaning forward helps with that, but you can overdo it with the leaning forward thing, so just be aware of that. Maybe fingertips in front would be helpful to press the hips more back, get a little bit more length in the low back. Maybe since it's the second side, we come down to elbows. Who knows? Okay, peel yourself out of here. Okay, one more stop, and we'll make it back down to the mat. So let's pull this right ankle all the way out to the left. Bring the knees close together. Sit down between the feet. And attempt to anchor that right hip to the floor, even though it wants to be more buoyant. So we'll have to put a little extra weight over there. And now we're just here. Just gonna breathe here. Make adjustments, make it work, please. Find your breath. If you encounter intensity in this posture, you're not alone. But try to be courageous, but sensitive. So if the pain is increasing over time, that means it's time to back off. It's a little too much. But if you have maybe a feeling of intensity that decreases over time, the more you spend there, then usually I would say that that's a good thing and it's okay to do that. But use your own instincts. This is one posture where I feel like we can encounter a lot of intensity and not know whether to move into it or away from it. But maybe for your last few breaths, think of moving the knees toward each other, perhaps leaning forward. This is our second side. We might have a lot of space. All right, as you're ready, come up out of this. We can lean back on our hands, slither your legs. You can even pick them up if you like. Oh, they're so noodly. And some windshield wipers here would be great. Okay, my friends, let's put the knees bent this time. Feet on the floor. Okay, a little bit more challenging this way maybe. Reaching forward, start to roll yourself down. So vertebra by vertebra. How long can you make this last? Really make it last. Tucking the chin into the chest, controlling your descent. And next time you land, take a few bridges, pressing the floor away, lifting your hips on the inhale. Exhale to bring it down. Okay, a couple more just like this. Bring it up. Bring it down. Bring it up and we'll just rest up here for a moment, okay? If you need a break, of course, if this is not resting, come on down. But maybe a little chest opener here, just a little bonus chest opener. If you want to join your hands under your hips, you can scoot your shoulder blades underneath your heart and kind of press your rib cage up to the ceiling. Feels nice. Make sure you have the nose pointed straight up so the back of your neck doesn't touch the floor. One more big breath here. Then we'll let that go. Think of releasing your hands and rolling down one vertebra at a time. And just a nice little twist here. We can drop the knees to one side and look to the left. Just pick one. Open your arms wide. Look away from your knees. Long spine inhale. Belly button to spine exhale. Take a few more breaths here. Bring the knees through center and to the other side. Breathe here. Think of pressing the shoulder blades down and almost arching your back up off the floor as the shoulder blades press down. Bring the legs back in. Time to rest. Okay, you did it. Extend your legs, extend your arms, and rest. Maybe a big sigh is in order before you really settle in. Find that you have so much sensation swirling all over your body, and so much freedom in your joints that your breath just ebbs and flows without any effort from you. Feel all the parts on the back of your body melt a little bit more completely into the floor. And all the parts on the front of your body melt a little bit more into the floor. Especially your face, your jaw, your forehead, belly, feet. Tune in intently to all of the sensations, every single thing you hear, every single thing you feel. What is the color of gray behind your eyelids? What do you see when you look between your eyes? How does it feel if you focus your eyes out toward the center of the galaxy? Take some more time just breathing and being present with yourself, please. Give this gift to yourself the way you would give a very precious gift to someone you loved very much. Please keep resting this way as long as you can. I hope you feel great.